I'm here at Skierniewice. I think that's how you say it. I've been practicing. I think you have to roll some R's and things. It's all good fun. I'm here in Poland. I'm over here with my girlfriend, and we're just gonna have a look at this place. And this place has a kind of a museum-esque feel to it. You've got some rusty locos and things like that. And I thought, let's do a little video for you to watch. Not quite the normal model railway thing that I would do, but it's steam engines, so that's interesting. There should be, I'm guessing, some diesels. And the reason that I know about it is my girlfriend Magda. She was on the train, she was travelling, she looked out the window and she saw it, so here we are. Just waiting for it to open and seeing a sign. I've been told this means you must take pictures, which is fantastic. So at the entrance they've got this nice loco. I don't know the names of these locos, I should do some research. I do have a book on them, but there's lots on the side, so I'll just do a bit of videoing for you to enjoy, hopefully. Look at this big boy. Well, it's not a big boy as such, but it's a large loco. Obviously these lovely locos are here. I don't know if they're waiting to be restored. Like there's one over here. Looks like it's got some fresh cladding on top of it, which is maybe a nice sign. They're going to get this one working. This is stuff I don't know. One of the cool things is they've got a really good, what they call it, a roundhouse here. But that's on our right in a second. Yeah, so you can see our cladding around there. Looks fresh, got some fresh domes on top. Well, it looks fresh, it's been painted. Look at the rest of the loco. Yeah, all looks quite rusty, but maybe there's a working loco there, who knows. So a roundhouse, we've got a turntable here. Turntable looks pretty cool actually. It's like on an eccentric. So it swings round, so it's not completely round by the look of it. Oh no, maybe it is round, it's just it pivots on the centre just where my finger is. So then it can pivot to there, and it's bigger under here. Setting the wider angle on the camera, look at that. So you've got 1, 2, 3 kind of rails for it to pivot on, to try and swing itself round. I guess it didn't have enough room to do a full circle and do 180, but it can pivot things around. Very interesting. It's the roundhouse. House quite a few locos by the look of it. Hopefully we can have a look inside and see what they're all about. So there's a guy that you would have seen in the video just then. He's been explaining about all the different things, and my girlfriend thankfully speaks Polish. And so she's been translating certain things. So just like a bit of info for you that don't know, and obviously I'll probably get this wrong, but you got the O at the beginning, that means to take people. There is a name for what the O means, it's like a posture or something. 49 was the year that it was made, and then the 4 is the number that the loco is. PKP is like the transport company, so you'll see PKP even on a lot of the modern things and everything. This is obviously one for people, it's got the larger wheels. Some of the other locos that we've seen out there, they've got the smaller wheels, which is for goods, to take and everything. But I've always found this cute because they've got these little wheels to support them on the front and rear. I'm used to obviously the UK locos, which have the slightly larger wheels to support them. But I always love the tenders on here because you have the double bogies and everything. But yeah, pretty cool. So over here they have some restored rolling stock. So apparently one of these is from Hungary, one's from Austria. And then we've got this, which is a battery powered, I guess, not like a DMU, but you know, one of those little units that on their own. It's 2 units put together. You can see the drawing over here. But it's battery powered, which is cool. One thing that I found really interesting about it, they got these little bits here, and if we're wondering what's it for, this opens up. I'm not going to do it because it's a bit disrespectful, but a bit slides out that has coal that goes on it, and you'll be thinking, well, what's the coal for? Obviously, instead of using the batteries to heat it, they have coal points there, and then so on, and they put the coal in and heat it up that way. So that'll be the heating for the site. But they've got these fantastically restored bits of rolling stock, which I absolutely love. So I've got a few models. I've always wanted to build myself a little Polish railway. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but either way, it's kind of cool. And there's a cute dog. Here's quite interesting, they've got a cut open loco, so you can see obviously the inner workings of the kettle part of it, for those that don't know much about steam engines. You can see just here the superheaters that are inside. I guess they're superheaters. So obviously once it's turned to steam, it goes back through and gets effectively superheated. So then you get a bit more power. But this loco here, it's I think it was a 440. Or might have been a 442, who knows. But no, I'll look at it from the other side for you to see. Got the water tank there as well. It's always good to see this one. Yeah, from the other side you can see, okay, some nice big wheels. I reckon that went pretty fast. Very big wheels. They're a little bit bigger than the ones on this logo here. Get the screen out. And we've got electrical ones in front of it. You know, it's cool. Obviously, hopefully they've got plans to restore some of these. This looks like there's a few bits missing, but hopefully it's not just paint hiding rust and that it's actually something that's usable. We've got a nice shunter here. I love the little diesel, or maybe it's electric shunter. Come around to get a better look at the front. The little commods between them. So I guess one end was powered. It was shared. Which kind of, I guess, shows the kind of time that it was probably made. So we've got these nice tank engines here. It's nice because you've got the obviously 8-wheel configuration. So that's always nice. And then there's another one here, but it doesn't have the wheels at the back, so it's a slightly smaller one. Even though I've got my 0.5 zoom. Still nice though. They've done some restoration on this. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if some of these are on their way to being restored. Like those wagons we saw earlier that are being restored, they were done by one man apparently, and it was to commemorate their independence, but they used like 50-year-old loco that was working still to run, and then they had actually the wagons and things came from those other countries because they didn't have anything, because in 1918, which it was marking the remembrance bit of, there was no bits left over. So yeah, it's nice to see. Here we have a glorious narrow gauge loco. The wheels you can see quite close together. You might not be able to see, but they are super cute when you see them. Everyone should have one in their garden, I guess. If the garden was big enough. What's really nice about the Polish locos, the narrow gauge ones especially, is the size of the wheels. It's like, obviously it's bigger than my hands and it's bigger than a dinner plate, but you know, you can imagine a roast chicken on there. So tiny, these wheels. So you've got that 6-wheel configuration. I don't know, I'd love to have models of these. Absolutely beautiful. The wheels scaled down would be so tiny. But yeah, something very appealing about the look of this. Obviously from small to large. There's another tank engine here. Is that an 060 or an 062? Might just be an 060 here. Again, not massive wheels, but the loco itself is a good size, so I can imagine they get a bit of traction in that one. But there is something special about how these all look. Obviously we don't have in the UK these locos that you can access to buy and to play with, but I've been to a few shops over here to get models of these, and yeah, a lot of them are available, so you can do some modelling. This one looks pretty cute. It's got a wheel set of 8, so what is it? So, you know, 4 sets of wheels. No, super cool. I love these styles. Like the way the chimney looks. I guess that's a spark arrestor. Is that right? Someone can correct me. You've got loads of little domes. 1, 2, 3. Still area to use it. It's great that they still have all these. It's a nice aerial view of the railway. I wonder if this says 2007 on this, so I don't know what condition this was within their restoring plan. As you see, a lot of smashed windows here. Don't want to touch the bit. Whereas now it's all looking good. So Must be the early days. Yeah, it's a fantastic place here. You can see that they've been restoring their building. So you see all the roof, got all the fresh wood panels in there. So if you look at the picture, you can see holes in the roof. So it must have been really rotten. Whereas the front of the roof has got lots of dark. You see the dark ones there. So you can see what's been replaced and maybe what was original. And this they've been treated in 2016. Had a few out. Looking in nice condition as well. And you can see the windows still smashed through. So they've replaced them all now, which is wonderful. It's a front view of that little loco, little tank engine. I do like them. One day I'll have to do a narrow gauge little layout for a European steamer.
Here is teaching Muhammad's meaning of Musa.
So from here, obviously you saw those locos going past with the nice trains on. So I understand from here you can go to Warsaw, Poznan, Krakow, and even connecting up to Berlin, which is great. And obviously this line used to go to Austria back in the day. This is one of the stops from what it's been explained. But I'm going to show you something interesting. So we're used to seeing this coupling mechanism over in the UK. It's very common. Obviously the sun hooks and goes onto the other side, and then you can obviously tighten things up. On this side they have the automatic couplers. So it just kind of all slots together, and then I guess there's a mechanism to release it, and then it can come apart. So that's cool. It's kind of a later technology, but no, really interesting to see. As with all good railways, we have a model railway, a little Garda railway one, LGB. So this sign is a sign from the communist era. So it's sobriety, obviously, so not drinking culture, and obviously safe work. And that was because people used to like having a drink when they should be working. But I think we'd probably all enjoy a beer when we're working. This is another one. So it says like any amount of alcohol excludes good working. So you've got the nice alcohol bit. So clearly it was an issue. Forge hammer, whatever they're called. I see that pound down on some hot steel. You've got the forge over there to heat it all up. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of scary hot metal getting splashed around. We've even got a simulator here, so you can have a go. So that's the site. Nice to have a little walk around. Obviously nothing's running, but it's a bit more rare. But there are some places that do run. But no, come check it out if you're, I'd say, in the area in Poland. There's lots of nice places that have steam engines and things to do with it. But no, thanks for watching. My normal videos are normally model steam railways, model railways, and yeah, much more popular. But it's nice to just share with you my interests. Anyway, see you on the next video, and goodbye. One bit we didn't get to see is if you look over here, got a nice rusty loco over there, and then there's a boiler behind there, which is fantastic. Obviously rusty isn't fantastic, but there is more stuff that we didn't get to see. Anyway, over and out.